Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close.
Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago.
Now Newman to throw on third down. And Thomas has it. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Newman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. On their side of midfield at the 47. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. Now an option play on 2nd down. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Instead of the first, they'll have to go backwards for another 2nd down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays 2nd down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a 1st down before they have to start their downs over again.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. A time to see what this offense has left in the tank. A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Newman. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Newman. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Ready? Liking 18.
4th down. Here's Newman. And this one complete to Smith. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, Newman. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Newman looking to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Newman's throw complete there to Smith. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Newman. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This will be 3rd and 5. A give running right, Gibson. Evades him at the 10. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Watch twist, watch twist.
They're going on 4th down. Newman. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Fields locates Mooney on the out route. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
We want it. Come to Moses.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. A give to Kamara running right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not deflected.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Bears, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now.
Back six. Check pass.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 37. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Now back to throw. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They run with Sanders off the option. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Another run here with Sanders. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Right side, Claypool's got it. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to get the lead up to 4. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And now out comes Houston. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
No question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just.
Here we go. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead. Throwing Jones. And he'll just get rid of it. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 43 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Herbert is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. That time a 6-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. It's complete to Parker, left side. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 10 more there and another 1st down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. They'll look to throw. And he's got room. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week in practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week one, and one of our early window games here in week one on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Texans, it wasn't always pretty, but they do
today.
From Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh.
It's week 1 of the NFL.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Throwing on third down, Watson. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's fourth down. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And New York set to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Play action. Now Wilson. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Rashad Bateman. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. From the 30 on second down, Watson. That one a first down pickup of 8. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
On first down, it's Watson. Austin is there and brings in another one. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on.
Got it. Double tight. 3 down.
Now Wilson on 1st down.
Check 83.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
Hey, we got 4.
Yeah, good work there in open space, and he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Hey. We got 3. 3 down.
Edwards now on 1st and 10.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. He'll get that one to Carter complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Jets. From 10 yards out. And the Jets are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road.
Well, Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your
Lutz now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On second down, a run with Patterson. Gets around him and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
The Falcons on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Patterson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 16. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
That's good for 28 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
43.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
They go play action here on 1st down. This one swung out here to Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Well, did they ever? Because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field. But this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready. At their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
On play action, they'll throw. Another completion right back to Patterson.
Here we go. Black 40.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Ready.
A right side run with Patterson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Personal foul. Face defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Back to throw again. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Ready. 38.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Dumps this one off to Algier. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Here we go. 33. Yellow.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 21. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Pull it together. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
Ready. Go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin.
Hurry.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Touchdown Falcons! Cordero Patterson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go again to Jones. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
One.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Set. Go. Ready. Ready.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Go.
On second down, it's Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines.
Today.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Now Brady. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Taylor is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage loss, but gain a few extra.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Here's Taylor again, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
2nd and 2. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. They'll look to throw here. Lets it fly for Thielen. It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw.
Adam Thielen, back-to-back catches. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and 1.
Quickly a slant to Renfro. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
That's a quick slant. He finds Adam Thielen. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Elijah Moore from 4 yards out. And the Jags are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
And Jonathan Garibay out for the PAT. And it's 17-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was finished off by Elijah Moore on the touchdown reception. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And they'll accept that penalty. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Here's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Brady to throw. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
4 down. Check.
Now a give to Taylor. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you
Today.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Kansas City, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for Denver, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
The Chiefs
today. From Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
On play action, Prescott. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Third and short yardage, Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. Here comes an important one now for Austin Seibert. This to swell the lead to 6. Seibert's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 27.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
49, guys.
On play action, Allen. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Bills send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll take this one down to the 36. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Going with their tight end on 4th. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Fires a slant complete to Tolbert. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
49
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that.
Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 58.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill. Out to the right here to Wilson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. Now Tannehill.
You.
Forced out, and he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
On now is the Titans punter as he's on to kick it away. And he's able to get it out of there. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Pretty heavy traffic over the middle on that one, and somehow he emerged with the football. Way to possess it despite all the extra contact and people around him.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, man, watch the boot.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 24, Murray. Ertz over the middle. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 4. Finding Ertz again. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 4. He doubled. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Murray now. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep him from getting a first down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Throwing now is Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Cards are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on it and score a touchdown.
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 2 touchdowns, 2:16 to play. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. On 1st down, Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Now Tannehill saying, let's get to the line. Throwing, Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Tannehill to throw. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line. And it's caught. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Tannehill. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Now Tannehill. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. They'll look to run with Hall. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And the Cardinals have got it. So that should just about put an end to this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
94 is the mic. 94.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. "33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1. And one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California,
Herbert on first down now. He finds his target, Allen. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. There's Charles Harris getting home for the sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Herbert. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Herbert. Throwing the out route and complete. That's French. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. second down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Now this offense on third down today, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 8.
That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling is not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Even the most elusive quarterbacks have those tough days where they can't avoid sacks, and this is one of them. 3rd time he's gone down. He might develop some happy feet now, wanting to escape the pocket and try and gain more yardage with his legs.
On is the Chargers punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. They are in the 4th and Buffalo. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
That sack doesn't change their offensive game plan. They always want to air it out and try and get the ball downfield quickly. They're going to have to block a little bit better, though, because the urgency and pressure just increase. Twice the distance now just to get a first down, and 1 less down to try and get it.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Dietrich Wise running through and dropping him for the sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches. When they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. It's Eckler again. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
26 Mike.
And they will take a knee here.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Mike 55. Mike 55.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 75 yards rushing. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress.
Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
55. Ready.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Bobby Brown gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also fourth down now.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. On 1st and 10, Stafford. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on 2nd down, Stafford. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Strip that ball. Mike, aim.
Throwing again is Stafford. It's brought in by Harris. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From just shy of midfield, Stafford. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Stafford. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford fighting Harris over the middle. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. Now it's Stafford. finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. To throw is Stafford. Gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Harris running straight ahead. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Allen Robinson from 3 yards out. And the Rams are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And it is good. That cuts the lead now to 11, 24, 13 our score. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
And it's Allen Robinson who caps things off with a touchdown.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Man out, man out, man out.
Ready.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. He's checking. Crash.
Cut. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Well, partner, that'll do it. These week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more
Tonight, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports.
Well, partner, that'll do it. These week one primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight. And